Welcome, Japan.
Welcome to another edition of Why Come Japan. I'm your host, Mr. Radrey, where I interview creatives inside or outside of Japan. And today on my show, I can't speak today, is a man, the myth, the mystery, Tkyosam.
Tkyosam. Oh, I'm so loved. Yeah, I've got the name and the place, and I'm totally paying attention to what's going on here right now. Anyway, hi everybody. How y'all doing? Oh wow, we already got people in the chat. Hey, Paulie Scotty, I came here for Sam. Who's the other guy? Tkyosam fam. Oh shit, it's Sam. YouTube vlog fame. Dad, uncle, dad. Tkyosam. Keep the camera on Sam. I'm almost there.
Yeah, so this is our first time streaming here on Twitch. This is the Why Come Japan show. Welcome. Oh, and we took most of the time to set up this great setup. Take a look. What do you think, ladies and germs?
Yeah, guys, we literally moved around Radrey's whole life for this.
All right, well, welcome all of the Tkyosam fam to this Rad Culture channel. I wanted to use Radrey, but it was taken. I'm not like fucking what's his name, Ninja, and get my name put on every fucking platform like he does. I wonder how he did that. Like getting the name Ninja on everything.
He must have had it before everything else, you know? Like he must have actually, I don't know, literally had signed up for that a while ago or paid some kid to fucking be like, "Hey kid, $13. You want that name?" And they're like, $13? Wow. Huh. And then the plague came.
That's usually what happens.
Anyway, Rad, so what are we talking about today? What's going on here?
Yeah, so I brought Sam here today because, I need a guest for the show every week, and, I figured, people ask me sometimes, Tkyosam, what's he doing? What's his life like? How has he been? What's going on with RackaRacka? I mean, you've talked about all this, right? You've, made videos about this, right?
I think so. Yeah, I've made clear, cut videos saying, hey, this is where I am, this is what happened. I don't know. It's funny when I think maybe people are just saying that for the sake of, I don't know, creating buzz. I wish I could be buzzworthy, that's one thing. Be on, the buzz feeds. I want to feed some buzz, Rad. Okay. I want to get the buzz out there. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. What is that? What's the old saying? If people aren't talking about you, you're not doing it right? Or any publicity is good publicity? Or if you're not getting hated on, you're not doing it right.
Okay. Because sometimes I have, all these randos come up to me. And they're always saying stuff
randos, really?
Well, I guess not randos, friends of mine. Or things like, oh yeah, Sam, what's he up to? He went to California. Why is he not back? Or why did he come back? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
What's the story?
Oh, man. I don't know. Well,
have you told the whole story? Or on YouTube?
I think I did, but should we go about it again?
Well, because wait a minute. You went to California because you were friends with these guys, RackaRacka, and they made... What is it? You met them happenstance in Japan, right? They're looking for somebody to help them through Japan and guide them and everything.
Well, the long story is that I've known about these guys for years. They I remember I first saw them when they were doing parody stuff of maybe Call of Duty versus something or a Call of Duty versus Halo or Lord of the Rings versus versus what was it, a Game of Thrones or something. They're famous because, well, one, they're Aussie, and they're from Adelaide, so they got a really fucking heavy Aussie accent. And then two, it's really always really high quality stuff with black fucking dark humor. And it's really short and very, very it's kind of like a music video. It's just a bunch of wacky shit put into one thing. And anyway, I was watching them for a while, and they were the kind of guys that I always wanted to meet up with. But, eventually, what is it? One of my viewers, his name is Brofucius. Brofucius, you the man. Love you. Hot sex and boobs. He messaged me randomly when I was streaming on Twitch one night. Haha, the Twitch. Where's the camera? That's the camera.
This one.
Twatching it up sexually. He messaged me and he's like, those guys are in Okinawa right now and they're in Japan. They need somebody who speaks Japanese to kind of be like a translator for them or something and take them around. And luckily that week I had no work and I was like, fuck it, I'll take them out. So I messaged them, and I was an idiot, and I told like all these other people that they were there too, like my other YouTuber friends, like Drift Hunter Albo and Akasan and all these people. And of course, like I was like, but I'm gonna call them first. But these guys were like, fuck Sam, like they just jumped on the gun. And luckily, Albo, Akasan, you guys were a bunch of pussies. I love you guys, but they were such pussies. They're like, I can't go to the forest. It's bad for my working.
Aokigahara Forest?
Yeah, Aokigahara Forest.
They were going to go there, right?
Yeah, like the RackaRacka, we basically this is before Logan Paul.
Oh, okay, all right.
So we went there to find a dead body. I love that, again, how the Logan Paul thing happened, because it's like, literally everybody went there, and, yeah, whatever. The point is, though, is that, I wasn't a pussy. I took him there, and, I rented a car. Like, this all happened within, like, 12 hours. We rented a car, I picked them up, and then we drove all the way there, and then I realized these guys have never been camping. And it was in the middle of in the woods, and like, especially there, you have no signal on your cell phone. So anyway, I was like, wait, you guys have no camping experience, our cell phones are dead, I'm not going into these woods with you guys. And they're like, you're afraid of the ghosts. I'm like, I'm afraid of your your incompetence when it comes to camping. So I slept in the car, they went there. And then the next day, the following days, I just showed them around Japan more. They left. Then they called me like a couple months later. They said they wanted to do like a real world YouTube thing. I went to Australia, hung out with them for like 3 weeks, a month or whatever. We filmed some videos, and then I came back here. And then like after that, they were like, let's do the same thing, but in LA, because we're going to go there to sell our movie anyway. And they never said it specifically, but I felt like they needed an adult, and I'm not an adult, but...
Wait, how old are these guys? Because you've always said, like, when I was talking to you privately, like, well, I'm the adult in the room. What does that mean?
I think they're like, shit, how old are they now?
21? Well, at that time, when you were with them.
I honestly don't remember. I think they're 24, 25 now. I think, to be honest, I'm sorry, Danny, Mikey. I don't know... I don't remember how old they are, but they were fairly young, like 28, mid-20s, early 20s or something. But
and you felt like the only adult in the room sometimes?
Well, it's just like, I fucking, like, what is it? Oh, shit, I cut my finger. Who's got a Band-Aid? Or like, oh, shit, like, we lost the key. Where's the key again? I'm like, I got it. Like, they are so good at being creative and making awesome movies, but they suck at life. Like, they're not good at doing practical shit. That's why they're getting in trouble all the time. So, okay. That's the thing with the guys, is that they, what is it? So, like, I was kind of there to pick up the slack, basically, for all this other stuff. Like, where do we park the car? Where, what kind of place do we get in contact with to do this thing, blah, blah, blah. And, I think it was just that they might have, I don't know. I feel like their friends have been their friends for a long time in California, and if they brought one of them with them, then all the other ones would be kind of angry and jealous, because they're like, why do you bring him? We're all friends, right? We're all equal. So I think one of the reasons why they brought me was just because, well, one, I'd like to think I'm an interesting character, but two, it's just I think it would be unfair for them if they picked one person to bring out of that. So, I waited for like maybe a year or so, and then I just went there. I don't know. They found an Airbnb, and they're like, just show up. And I was like, okay, cool. And then we literally like hung out for like 3 months. We were in California for 2 months, and then we were in Australia for 1 month. And then Mark was getting out of jail and threatening to kill himself, and I was really bored in
Friend
Australia.
of the show, Mark Cavazos. Go listen to that episode.
Hey, Mark. We love you, Mark.
Yeah, he survived prison.
He loves Tekken. Yeah, that's right. We gotta call Mark
great
in the middle
episode.
Of this show. That'll be great. Yeah, fucking Mark. Everybody go subscribe to Mark. Famicom Mark or Super Famicom.
Oh, he's a YouTuber? I didn't know that.
No, he's on Instagram, and he has a Twitch account. So on Twitch, he's either Super Famicom or Famicom Mark. Yeah, Famicom Mark on Twitch, and then on Instagram, he's Super Famicom.
Oh. Because I used to always get him confused with, you remember Nathan Darrow?
Oh, Mr. NES?
Mr. NES. He used to always confuse him with him. Like, wait, who liked this photo? Oh, Nathan. I wonder how he's doing. Like, every time you'd message me, I'm like, oh, it's Nathan?
No.
I don't know if anybody remembers Mr. NES, but, yeah, he was a character.
That guy was hilarious. That guy got one he got me one of those. Remember that job with Eddie in like Oi.
Oh yeah.
Was that you or him that got me that job?
No, it was. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Okay, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Weirdo, but good guy.
I guess I don't know, for people who are just like stumbling across this video, or people who are new or haven't listened to our episode. It was episode 3 of this podcast. Tkyosam is a YouTuber. Is that the handle you want to go by?
I'd like to think of porn star of the stars.
Porn star of the stars.
No, I don't know. Well, it's something stupid I could say. The creative. I don't know. No, I'll be abroad in Japan. I'm a filmmaker. Before I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a vlogger. That's not even the proper English accent. It's totally not even.
Right. Well, he often says influencer or vlogger.
I'm not an influencer. I'm not a vlogger per se.
Yeah.
I'm a filmmaker. I make films sexually with animals for fun, not even for profit. I guess you could say I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. That's what I do. Like, well, I mean, I'm a lot of things. I translate. I'm a teacher. I'm a tour guide. I do a bunch of basically odd jobs around Tokyo, but whenever I'm not working and getting money to live, I'm doing YouTube. So I guess you could say I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
No, you know, I feel like it's so weird because when I went to LA, everyone's like, every Uber driver is like, I'm a screenwriter, I'm an actor, you know.
Right.
You know, like, I'm an aspiring musician, and it's like, yeah, I have the goal of being big and famous, but for right now, it's just, I'm just a dude that's just, I like making videos on the internet, and if I can make money off of that and gather a big following, that'd be great. But for right now, it's just, I really have fun making videos, and I happen to make some money off of it, you know?
Okay, so you kind of went with RackaRacka hoping that you'd get some YouTube fame. Can I say that? Well,
I mean, obviously, yeah. You do anything for the money, you work hard for the money,
for the clout,
that clout, baby. But no, I mean, those guys have always respected them, and you know, it's like you need to, if you want to get better at anything, it's always good to have, you know, what is it? Can people see this screen really quick? I'm just curious.
Yeah, they can. It's really fine, shiny. Yeah.
So why don't you bring the chat up here?
Yeah, I really can't see the chat. So if you've been sending chat messages, guys, sorry about that.
Before I continue, just bring the chat.
Yeah, sure. Oh.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Coincidence. Polyscone. Fish-shaped waffle. Low me. Hey, what's up, guys? Yasa89. Oh, shit. It's all my boys here. Logicast. Yeah, guys. Simon 3OD. Hey, okay, anyway, guys, we got the chat going on. Sorry, so it says, why did I go out there with them? Well, I mean, simply, like, if you want to be a plumber and you have the chance to be one of the best plumbers in the business, you go and hang out with fucking plumbers, right? So, you know, the same thing. Like, those guys, it's not like, let's say if there's a guy like Linus Tech or whatever. He's a big YouTuber. He does tech videos. Right. I'm not really into that, but I'd still want to be there to kind of see, like, he's a big YouTuber. I'd like to go there and see how he actually does his stuff, but I don't really, it's not that I don't respect him, it's just, like, I'm not interested in his videos. So, like, it would be a learning experience, but, you know, I'm not taking part, like, I'd be there, but it would be more as, like, kind of like an intern, I feel like, more than, like, a participant in, like, I'm really pumped for these movies. But with RackaRacka, it's, like, I don't know, it's just, like, when you meet somebody and, like, you get each other without even having to say that much shit, it's like that, you know?
Right. Well, you were saying that RackaRacka were the type of people, they have lots of good YouTube money, right?
YouTube money?
Can I say that or no?
Oh, you can say whatever you want, Rad. It's your podcast.
Yeah.
You can say you want to fuck my mom, and that's okay, you know?
Very true.
Have you fucked my mom?
It's on the list. It's on the list of things to do. Yeah.
Just fucking...
Yeah.
Shit, I'm leaving.
Over the table. Yeah.
I am leaving.
You got me there.
He's a bad man. This guy's a bad man. No, I don't know.
Guilty as charged. For fucking, mostly.
For fucking. Fucking. All the sex. Now, what was the question?
They have YouTube money. They have.
Yeah, of course they have money. They got. But I mean, they used to have money.
Are they kids of means? If you know what that means. Or like, are they come from a family of means?
Are they a phoenix?
Yeah. Are they Trustafarians?
No, these kids.
I hate to sound crass, but I mean, I kind of want to ask this question.
No, these guys come from Puraka. This like one of the poorest places in Adelaide
Okay,
City.
I feel okay asking you this question because we're friends. You know, if I said this to anybody else who I didn't know, I wouldn't ask this.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Way.
I'm not gonna lie. They have money, but they were never born into money. Like, you know, the thing about these guys is that, like I said, like they're so good with their craft of making videos. You know,
right?
Like they make videos, and they're great at organizing stuff. It's like they are super streamlined for like, let's just say like if you saw that movie Limitless, where the guy just gets it and he knows like all the 500 steps on where he needs to go to get there, and he's doing them meticulously, like in order, no fucking bumps or whatever. And then, but even if there's an obstacle, he gets over it really quickly.
Right.
Those guys are the same like that. Like I talked to their friends about when they were younger, and like they've been making movies since they were like 10 or 12 up until like the end of high school. They even had like a whole series called Timuffy, which is based on like they made their own series kind of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And this is not like a 3-episode thing. This is like 10 seasons, 6 movies that they made that they never released on YouTube. And so and back then they weren't making any money. They didn't monetize their channel till they got to 1 million subscribers. So So I mean, like these guys, yeah, they have money. They have YouTube money now, but since the demonetization thing happened, they don't get any Google AdSense now. That's why they do fucking Raid Shadow Legends sponsors and shit,
Right.
But I mean, that's part of the game. Like, if you can get money, because they don't. The thing is they're not smart with their money, so they spend all their money on all their projects. They don't ever save that money. So, if like they what is it? They work to work kind of thing. They have the money, but then they just reinvest it in the videos. They're always looking to make the best, like, newer video. So. Right.
Well, you were when I was talking to you privately, personally, I don't know. However, I was talking to you.
Sexually, we were cuddling.
Sexually, there we go.
We cuddled. Kiki was there, looking angry, jealous.
Yeah, Kiki's the girlfriend. She's off screen right now.
So Rad, when did you lose your virginity and why?
22. Because I wanted to.
Okay, good. That's
because I like holes.
You like holes.
Yeah.
Specifically,
I like Lewis Sacker's Holes.
Sweaty.
Did you ever read that book? It's a great book.
Harry Weinstein.
Stanley Yelnats.
What? Huh?
You never read Holes by Lewis Sacker?
I saw the movie with Shia LaBeouf, but I don't remember. It was like about like criminals or something, or aliens.
No, it's a kid's movie about holes, or I can't remember, about treasure or something.
The point is that The Goonies is way overrated, and that movie sucks.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't suck. I just don't think it's like the best movie ever. I mean, like, freaking like, Kamen Rider or Power Rangers is better than The Goonies.
Okay.
The Goonies just, I don't know, it made...
You didn't like The Goonies?
No, I'm not saying I didn't like The Goonies. I just don't think it was the best movie. I don't even think Stand By Me is like the best movie ever. Everyone loves that. Me too. I'm saying I like it. I'm just saying it's not the best shit ever. Like, it didn't make me fucking just have an erection while crying.
What is the best shit ever?
I don't know. If you were talking about old movies, it just depends. Give me a genre.
I don't know. Fished Waffle says, Radrey, are you going to interview Roko from the guest house? I don't know who that is.
She's one of the girls I told you about. It's like that people cream over, even though I put her on the stream for 5 seconds.
Well, I like cream.
I told you that. Okay, wait, guys, quick, pause for a second for everybody in the chat right now. Who would like to see a show, like a weekly show of just Radley and his girlfriend just having a beer and just sitting down and talking? Because we finally set up this awesome podcast studio space area for them, and like I feel like all he needs to do now is just take out the cameras each time, and then just be like, okay, Kiki, let's talk about AIDS, or like, let's talk about that stupid shit you bought at Daiso yesterday.
It'd be good for watch time.
I'm saying, like, people love women and men that get women. So, there you go.
Okay. All right. Wait, so what was your question? You asked me a question. I'm so sorry.
Why did you start podcasting? Why is this versus the vlogs where you would open up, I remember seeing a video of yours. It's the YouTube outtakes. And it's all black and white, and you're like, and your hair's all frizzy, and you're in a fucking man beater thing shirt, and you're like, it's raining today. What a day to rain, or something. You're like,
yeah.
Why don't you do like stupid artsy shit like that anymore? That shit was fun.
Oh well, I don't know. I think My YouTube dads ruined it for me.
Who's your YouTube dad?
My YouTube dads are, how do I say? No, I think what it is that basically YouTube ruined everything. Is that they kind of like, they made it, everything just seemed like a job. Back then it just seemed like fun.
Why can't it still be fun?
It can still be fun. I don't know.
So why did you have to change
thing out of it? Why did I have to change it?
Yeah, you said you don't get the same thing out of it. Why do you think you didn't get the same thing out of it? What did you originally do it for?
Yeah, just for fun, really. I mean, it just kind of became more of a numbers thing or a views thing. I'm not entirely sure myself, really. Do
you think numbers will make you happy though? Like right now?
Who knows? I mean, it gives me the good enough dopamine hits, you know. That's what SNS is all about, dopamine, right?
Well, you know, I mean, there's other ways to find or to get your dopamine hits.
That's very true.
But I mean, like, ultimately, do you want to do something that, like, what? Who the fuck said it? Like,
actually, no, I can answer your question. The problem is, and you can relate to this too. I've heard you say it before. You're familiar with the term perfection paralysis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There's your answer.
So perfection paralysis. So you were trying to make vlogs and you were too perfect at it.
Yeah. There you go. And podcasting is just something you just say, fuck it, I'll just keep doing it, you know, because I don't care, and it's all about being in the moment.
I think there's nothing wrong with podcasting. I just feel like it's like, you know, what is it? I have a podcast.
Right.
Your podcast is, what's the name of this podcast?
This podcast is named Why Come Japan.
And my podcast is called Where Come Japan, because you inspired me to do a podcast.
Why? How? Why did I inspire you?
Oh, because you know, like, one of the things I really respect about you is that you know tons of people from all these different walks of life that I don't even know how you'd get access to these random people. And they somehow, they see you, they never met you, but they're like, oh, this guy's cool, I'll talk with him, you know? And my whole thing was, like, your thing is about interviewing just random people in Japan. And I was like, I want more kind of lineage or like more kind of like a structured theme to mine. And I was like, I tried looking for specific podcasts interviewing people from around Japan, and I saw like ALT Insider and stuff, and he interviews random people, but there's no...
Well, his is about jobs, though.
Yeah, so his is about jobs. Like his one about like interviewing that American trucker in Japan, that was fucking cool. But
I think I missed that one. Okay.
It was really good. This guy talks about how he doesn't know that much Japanese. He's a trucker in Japan.
Huh.
But you know, that was based on jobs, and I was like, I need more location. And so I was like, well, why not use my networking skills and actually just interview somebody from every prefecture? Like, no one's done that yet.
Okay. Well, you just answered my fourth question, so thank you.
What's the fourth question?
My fourth question was, what was your motivation for making Where Come Japan?
Oh, well, the default, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, you know, what is it? I felt like for a long time, I like whatever I do to be at least half educational, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that, you know, with my podcast, it's like, I feel like I bring out people's chillness, if you could say that into words, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I think people are chill and more relaxed when they're around me, and I'm not too judgmental. So, you know, if I can get random people from all these different parts of Japan and put them all together in one big group, I thought that would be cool, you know? Like, and that will give people structure, because the more Japan goes into the future, the more foreigners are going to come here. And imagine if they had an English resource where it's just like, oh, fuck, I'm moving to Fukushima. What the fuck's in Fukushima? And then like, oh, shit. Where Come Japan
radiation?
podcast? Yeah. Radiation.
X-Men? I don't know.
Buy my book. Okay.
No, I was going to ask, what is it? Somebody in the chat is saying, which one is Radley? I don't know.
Sam is your YouTube dad, our YouTube dad. That's right.
Yeah.
The dad also.
Wait, do you know this person? Local something.
Logicast.
Logicast.
Yeah,
you know this guy? Okay.
Yeah, Logicast is one of my sexy viewers.
All right. I guess we look similar.
No, all these guys are my guys. Fucking Logicast, fish shaped waffle. Fucking Yasashi 89. Love Me Down 3. I don't know who that is, but I still love him more. Boys Holes.
Love him up.
Was he a priest? Yes.
Well, thank you for all your comments, guys. Thank you.
What up, coronavirus CEO? Fuck yeah.
Oh, right. Wow. Okay. Is that the same person who used to be Donald Trump in your chat?
I don't know.
Do you remember that used in your your line group that you had? You used to have one guy who posed as Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, that was Trevor. I think so.
That's not him?
Nah, Trevor doesn't give a fuck. He was just trolling.
I see. All right, so I guess that leads me back to... Okay, so let's go back to the RackaRacka thing. So you met these guys happenstance on the internet, or one of your friends introduced you to them, and then the next thing you do is you met up with them, you went to Australia with them, and then they had this idea about going to LA they wanted to make a movie? Was that right?
Yeah.
Like what kind of movie? Just like a RackaRacka movie?
Well, they had two movies in mind. One I can't talk about, but the other one is a horror movie. Okay. And I can't talk about that one that much. But anyway, they had, like, basically one of the guys, he wants to be...
Why can't you talk about it?
Just because they want... What is it? Like, well, they asked me not to.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where
you respect them enough.
Yeah,
you don't want to divulge information. People stealing their ideas and things.
No, I don't think anyone would steal the ideas. Like, even if somebody stole their idea, they wouldn't be able to copy exactly the way that they're going to implement it. But okay. But no, I mean,
yeah, that's true. That's what they say. Like, if you have a really good idea, and if you're afraid to tell somebody something, that people are already going to make it, right?
Well, I mean, the whole thing is that that's true, exactly what you said. But also, it's just that if your friend is like, I want to be able to, control when I make this public, then I respect that,
Oh, okay.
So they want to announce it on their own terms and stuff. So.
All right. Yeah, I understand.
But anyway, they had a bunch of screenplays. Like Danny, the more business-sided twink one of the two, he wanted to go to LA, and like we went to Netflix. We went to all these different places to have meetings with all these different people. And like he wanted to make a movie in America, not Australia. So yeah, I was there with them and basically just kind of helping them out, making sure, doing all the dad stuff pretty much, and helping organize stuff while we were filming vlogs on the side of doing all this. Mm-hmm. It was really cool though. We went to like this place called Bass Lake for like the first, or what was it, like second week we were there, and we stayed there for like a whole week, and it just sucked. Bass Lake sucks. Don't go there, guys. It's boring. Ugh. It was just like this place where people rent out cabins, but it's like half cabins, and it was just so shitty. And like there was ice everywhere. I fell down so many times, and then they had like this Mexican food restaurant. I got sick. I don't know. I hate being in nature. Like I'd rather be in the city. Like And we went up there while there's a blizzard happening, and we were just stupid.
Hey, I remember those pictures. That's when you shot the why I left Japan videos on your channel, right?
Yeah,
I did see those.
Yeah, I like those videos. They were fun. I really like it. You get to see Mike and Danny come back in when they're like, housekeeping, and I'm like, no, it's fine. They're like, housekeeping. I'm like, fuck, okay, I know it. But yeah, no, that was fun. Like, that was cool. We filmed. That's the thing that's kind of sucked about filming with them, is that we would film like 90% of this stuff, and only 10% of it would make it into the video, because they always wanted to make the video so short. Mm-hmm. So that video, we had a great scene where I'm like covered in blood and getting like fucking like torn apart by a snowman. They put 1 second of it in the thing. I was like, damn it! I got covered in blood and thrown in ice for like 20 minutes just to have 1 second of it in the video.
They did that to torture you, I think.
They got aroused by it, probably.
Probably.
Sexually.
Okay, but then obviously things didn't work out because you came back to Japan.
No, it didn't. It wasn't like this is like a one-all, die-all kind of thing.
Okay, so you didn't go into it thinking this is a one-all, die-all thing.
No. It was just like, basically, I'm here for the ride, and then if I need to get off at some point, it's fine, Like, they came back to Australia because they had an obligation to film this video, and they had to film it by the end of that month, and they've been putting it off for like 5 months. So they're like, we need to go back to Australia and film this right now. And then when we got back there, they were really busy, and they were catching up with their friends, and I didn't have that much money, and I didn't have money to rent a car. And Adelaide, like the place where they are, you gotta have a car, and the transportation kind of sucks. So I was just kind of stuck there, and I just hung out with my Airbnb guy most of the time. It was a great guy, John Bruce. He's the best. Adelaide, near Adelaide Airport. Awesome fucking Airbnb. But I don't know, for the most part when I was in Adelaide, it was fun, but like I'd already been there once, so It wasn't anything new. But then, you know, I heard Mark was getting released from prison, and he kept talking about killing himself, and I was like, I did not waste 6 months of my life to get you out of prison just so you'd kill yourself like a pussy. So I was like, guys, do you mind if I leave? And they're like, yeah, it's fine, you can go. Like, I was like, are we gonna go back to LA? And they're like, well, and at the time the brothers were fighting, so it's like, I was like, I'm not gonna do this whole choose one brother thing. I'm like, if you guys both go back to LA, we'll
wait
go
a
back
minute.
together.
What were they fighting about?
Just the whole direction, like, you know, what they should focus on, YouTube or the movies. You know, one brother wanted to focus on YouTube, while the other brother wanted to focus on movies, and so, you know, they couldn't make up their minds. And you know, the thing is that if one of the brothers, if they go back to LA, they have a free place to stay, and LA's really fucking expensive. But if I go back, I'm the third wheel, so, you know, I couldn't really latch onto that shit. So I was like, Mark's gonna try to kill himself, and the boys are kind of directionless right now. I was like, I'm gonna just go back home. And so I went back to Japan, and then I stayed at Mark's for a couple months until his mom got me kicked out, and then I moved back into the guest house.
Oh, okay. I see. All right then. So
Deep CX, what's up, bro?
Oh, Deep CX. I don't know who these people are.
Deep
All right.
XP. Yep.
Are these all your peeps?
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming to the stream. I do appreciate it. Thanks for coming to the show. So wait a minute. Okay. So you basically you went to so when you went to California, I remember you telling me that you met all these different types of people there.
Yeah.
Like Twitter people, not Twitter people, like
Twitter people.
Twitter people. Just like internet people, and they all really just cared about how many followers you had, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you have anything to comment about that, or not really?
Well, I mean, like, people are really chill. It's more about who you know versus your numbers, pretty much. So it's like, the one thing that I have to say about LA people is that almost all of them are very, actually, ironically, or I guess unironically, they were all really nice. I was surprised. Like, they're actually human.
Oh, right.
They're actually
Well, I mean,
good
that's
people.
what everybody says about LA people, right?
Well, no, they say LA people are superficial and assholes and face value bullshit, whatever. But
Maybe you've been in Japan too long. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, but LA people I met, they were nice. Like, one guy, he was a ex-boyfriend of one of my YouTube viewers, and he put me up for a night randomly. Oh, his house was so dirty, and his dogs tried to bite me, and they like they slept in the same bed as me, and then they tried to bite me. I fucking it was a good experience though. It was fun. But you know, it's like I had all these random ass experiences in LA. I stayed with one of my viewers for a week, Mr. Stevie, what is it? Chubbs_yo on Instagram. He's just this LA, what is it, like a public school teacher in LA, and he just put me up for a week. I slept on his floor. He was a good guy. We got high and we played video games. It was fun. You know, it was like just random shit like that where I just had to go through all these different things, and you know, I met people, and like again, it's like it's not that these people are bad people. It's just like they're focused, and if you can't bring anything to the table with them, they don't really care about you. But that's fine, because that's the way business people are. Like that's how people are in real life. If you got, you know, if you're working a business and you're an entrepreneur, you have to rely 100% on yourself. And if somebody comes to the table and they can't bring what you want, you know, fuck them. You know, get rid of them and move on to something else, or find somebody who can help you. And that's the thing with those guys, is that like maybe I didn't have a lot of big numbers, but I was their in guy into the RackaRacka guys. And there were some slimy ass people, like one of my viewers. Oh my god, he's got a lot of people on his live stream now. I won't say his name, but one of my ex viewers, he's a YouTuber now, and he does like pickup artist stuff.
Okay.
And he was so slimy. He's like, I have a great way to make money. Anyway, let me just come out there and live with you guys. Like, I'll pay for my flight, and just like let me like live there, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make money. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, well, I gotta kind of explain in person. I'm like, anybody who ever has to say I kind of have to explain in person means you have nothing really solid, and you have like a very bad scarcity mentality. I'm like, nah, I don't need that. I was like, yeah, fuck off, dude. But yeah, sometimes people like that would come in. But I mean, it's just simple. It's like if you bring some value, these people will give you the time of the day, you know? But if you don't, like, fuck it. They just kick your ass. Theodore, shut up, son! What camera is it? #son. That's the son. He always says, why don't you love me, Dad? He's one of my mods. It's funny. He has this thing that he had like this meme that's like, he's like, but how can I be your son? I'm older than you. And I'm like, shut up, shut up, son. No, it's
how many mods do you have on Twitch?
I don't know, like 5, 6.
That's pretty good. I mean, because I was talking to one of my former guests, Brandon Leone.
Yeah,
he has a bunch of. He just started Twitch, and he was telling me like when you get started on Twitch, you know your channel's growing when you start having like a mod. You know, when you made somebody a mod, quote unquote.
Well, it's just like I think. Well, I mean, the cool thing is like all my mods are really. I only know Theodore's face really, because Theodore has his own. He streams sometimes. He's a Dutchman. He's a Dutch military man, and he's albino apparently.
He just do a Scottish accent.
I did some kind of accent.
Okay.
Right. No, whenever I think Dutch now, like it only happened since yesterday. But
unsubscribe.
That, hiding in my room, Daniel, his new girlfriend is from Holland. You know, unfollow, unsubscribe, deleted, hard drive wiped, phone broken, data erased.
Okay.
Consequences.
I never be the same. Wait. So what are you talking about? Daniel hiding in my room, YouTuber? What
I
about
love
him?
Daniel hiding in my room. He's an inspiration. He's a god. You know that guy.
Oh.
I need to make. He's actually. I love him so much. We made an emoji of him on my Discord.
Huh. Nice.
But yeah. Do you need a tissue? Yeah, guys. My nose is like. I think it's
Yeah,
the allergy. She kept talking about allergies earlier, and like, yep, I'm definitely feeling the allergies now.
Maybe you should, Kiki, if you don't mind. Do you think you could like close that
is
window?
There a door,
the window.
open?
That
Yeah.
window's open. It's getting kind of cold in here.
Cold.
And also, if you could get me my phone, just so I can read the chat a little better.
Sex and some food.
Yeah, that too.
God,
But I guess this isn't
fire.
RedTube, so we can't do that on here.
Dude, fucking.
Do people live stream sex on RedTube or Pornhub?
Do they
or
not? I don't know. I would.
Huh. Would you do that? If you made good money off of it?
I would actually, like, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would totally do that thing where I'm like, I just don't show my face and I just have, like, sex with chicks for money.
Yeah. All right, so you came back to California. I mean, you came back to Japan from California just because...
From Australia.
Oh, you went back to Australia first.
And then Australia, and then Japan.
Oh, okay. Just because things weren't really working out in LA and you just became a third wheel. That's pretty much it?
No. Like, in LA, it was fun. Like, we were going to go to Australia and then come back to LA. But it's just things kind of unraveled with the plans in Australia. You know, Mike, he's the stunt guy. He's usually on camera most of the time. He wanted to do more RackaRacka YouTube channel related stuff. Danny wanted to go back to LA and do more movie related stuff. He wanted to sell his movie script. So... You know, so Danny and Mike ended up doing, like, they're weird. Like, they only need to do, like, 1 or 2 videos a year pretty much on YouTube. So,
right.
Mike stayed in Australia, but then he went to, like, Portugal. He went to Europe. He went to Cambodia. He did all these different trips by himself. And then Danny went back to LA and he stayed at Riley Reid's house for a while and Logan's house for a while. And he just bounced around and did his own stuff, trying to sell his videos and shit. I mean, the cool thing is that, you know, RackaRacka is actually such a big name now on YouTube that, like, you know, their first video or whatever, the top video on their profile page is over 48 million views. So, you know, they've got a lot of movie makers just sucking their dicks pretty much just to try to get a meeting with them. Mm-hmm. So, you know, a lot of people respect them, you know, and they use that card very well. But, yeah, I just came back because, you know, I was running out of money and, you know, Mark was getting out, and I was just like, I'm not going to wait here for you guys to get your shit together. Call me whatever, if we're going to do this still.
When was this? I don't even remember.
This was last May.
Last May. Okay, so is there a chance
May.
Is there any chance you'll go back to the old Californias?
Not unless we have like a set plan. No, okay. I mean, the thing is like, if I go back there again, it's only going to be on two options. It's either going to be that I'm going to be with them, because that's the whole thing. If you're going to go all the way to California, you only go with your famous friends, because they'll get you into all the most interesting places and introduce you to the most interesting people. Or you go back with your own fucking plan and your own idea and everything. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if I went back to LA, it would be because I could financially support the whole thing, and I'd have a lot of projects and people the projects to do and people to meet, you know? I wouldn't just go back there for the sake of going back and making it big, you know?
Okay.
It would have to be as, like, I'm part of a team, you know? Or
All
I'm
right.
going there with my team kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love Me Down in the Down 3 in the chat asks, ask Sam about his long-term goals in his life and the step he is taking to reach them.
Here, do this one first, though.
Oh, there's another chat with Love Me Down 3. Ask Sam about the drama over his YouTube career and how he overcame it / advice for others.
Drama. What drama should we start with?
I don't know. What drama do you want to talk about? I mean, I'm pretty much... If you haven't... What is it? If you haven't... I interviewed Tkyosam about this drama stuff with Phoenix 787 before, so you just go listen to that one. It's on SoundCloud. I'll put the links below. I don't know. Is there any new drama shit with you?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, there was one question. You may say, turn the stream off. I'm done. We're not doing this. I'm not gonna ask about it. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Well, I'll decide if I want to talk about it or not.
All right,
I might as well say it.
All right. Well, no. You want me to go to that one first? Because I was kind of usually when I do these interviews, I want to have some sort of a timeline.
A build up. Oh, timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll follow the chronological.
All
order.
right. Well, I'm gonna follow the chronological order. Okay. So you came back. You came back from Australia because you didn't know what the hell, fucking what is it, the RackaRacka guys are doing.
Yeah.
They're taking their time and they'll pretty much just say, yeah, I'll message you. I'll let you know. Basically, is what they said, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't so much fuck offish, we want to get rid of you kind of thing. It's just the thing is that I think a lot of people wanted to spin that talk and that narrative of oh man, these guys are using you, man, they're gonna just use you and discard you, these famous people, they don't give a fuck about little people like you and me. But the fact of the matter is we didn't really have a plan from the get-go. It's I'm just gonna come along for this cool thing. We have no determined timeline of what's gonna happen. Just gonna go see what's up, and then whatever. When it kind of fizzles out, we'll just go our separate ways. It wasn't oh my god, I'm here for the long haul. I'm just hey man, these guys, they're gonna introduce me to a lot of cool shit that I couldn't get on my own, and I'm gonna help them adult through it or whatever and be in their videos. Some people mentioned they were on that stupid Pretty Little Liars fucking forum. Those guys, by the way, oh man,
what the hell is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's that forum where they talk shit about female vloggers and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know why
it's
I'm
not
on
Japan Circle Jerk or anything, is it?
It's like that, but way more toxic.
Okay.
Those people
that's
are.
pretty
I
bad.
think it's 70 or 80% females that are there. So how women love to gossip and hate everything. I'm angry because I made 3 accounts on there, and on my own thread I made a bunch of fucking rumors about myself to try to get buzz, but then they banned those accounts. I think they figured out it was me. But the whole point is that in one of those things though, they were talking about how RackaRacka made fun of me for being fat or something. They would use Jabba the Hutt clips and shit. But the thing is this is a totally different brand of YouTube than my channel. They're just satirical and more of kind of the real world, surreal world, or whatever you want to call it. So it's the thing is that if you're gonna be the serious asshole all the time, that's fine. But you got to be able to be lenient, be flexible.
Yeah.
Some people if you're gonna be even what is it the guy who did Schindler's List, who is it?
Steven Spielberg.
No, the actor.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he did fucking Schindler's List, and then he gets beat up by a Trix bunny in Ted. He's I can purchase this cereal, and no harm will come to me, right? And it's he's just playing it off, he's having fun. I think if you can't laugh at yourself, then I don't know. If you take life too seriously, you'll never get out of life.
All right. Okay, so
Ferris Bueller. But no, I mean, I'm just saying, you got to be flexible.
We need a soundboard here.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah! No, that's CSI Miami. Ferris Bueller. Same thing, right?
Same thing.
Okay. All right. So then you came back to Japan mostly because you missed Japan, and Japan's always been your home, right?
I missed it so much. You guys have no idea how much it sucks outside Japan. Well, maybe you do. It's just convenience stores. I came back to Japan. I noticed everything was really fucking expensive though. That's the thing. Like things were.
Yeah, there's tax hikes since the last time you were here.
Well, no, I mean just in general. Like I remember I could go to like a supermarket and spend not $5. I go into a convenience store here. I easily spend $5 or $10 on just small item shit. You know, like like a yogurt or something. You know, so it's like, but you know, potato, you know, different things. But yeah, I mean, like I miss Japan. Like I love this place. You know, I wanna. You know, that's the last question I always ask on my podcast: is, are you gonna die in Japan?
Oh.
Because if I can choose, I'd like to die here. It would be fun.
So, wait, you have a set structure for your podcast?
Yeah, I have.
Because I mean, I just do this. You know, I free ball it. It's just a question I really want to ask, and that's the only reason. That's what came with the inspiration of this show.
Well, no, I mean, like my thing is all about education, right? So, like,
Okay.
I let the person. I have questions that let us know about who this person is and, you know, what their thoughts are about certain things, and then I ask them about the prefecture. So it's like I have a whole list of stuff, and then maybe if we want to freestyle, like I did an interview with the Mexican samurai.
Okay.
You know, Tito, I think. Anyway,
no idea.
You guys know Mexican samurai? He was a Mexican in Japan or something. Anyway.
He was a Mexican. He was a samurai. I don't know.
Yeah. But what is it? Anyway, he, you guys know Mexican samurai. I think that was his name, or Kyushu Danshi or whatever. But anyway, him or like Molly, you know Molly,
yeah,
right?
Shizuoka.
Yeah, him and like for those podcasts, it was like 3 hours. Like we literally talked for 3 hours about random shit. So like I have a set structure, but then I lean, you know, depending on how much we want to talk, you know, I let it slide a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, as long as I get the key questions out of the way first, that's fine.
Okay. Well, what are your key questions?
Well, I mean, it just depends. Like, I always ask them how they came to Japan. You know, well, first I ask them, like, current stuff. Like, how's your Japanese level? Do you have a girlfriend or wife? Or if they are, you know, if you do, are they Japanese? You know, how is your Japanese speaking comprehension level? What do you do for work now?
What's their batting average?
What's their batting average? What's the bus size?
Yeah.
How long are their shits?
What are your 3 sizes?
You know, why do you cry during sex? Because I still don't know.
First Halloween costume. Yeah.
why I have AIDS. All this stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's just getting to know them, getting to know that. That's all. Like, you know, I ask them a lot of superficial questions, like, how's your commute? You know, just stupid shit that, I want to know.
Does that turn into an interesting question, or
it doesn't? No, it's just about data though. I want to know. Like when I was in Chiba, I never took the
Tkyosam data analysis.
Data analysis. Big penis coming to you right now. Go Power Rangers! I don't know what I'm talking about. Can we move on? The fucking what's the point? What was the next thing? Come on, do this. I need a thing.
You need content. What?
No.
What's wrong,
What's the
Sam?
next? I think I got like a fever. I'm a little worried. This fucking septum right here. It's just it's Kiki's fault. She jinxed me. She's like, you don't have allergies, and I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I have allergies, and then my nose is just on fire right now. My face
we
is
left
burning.
the window open for too long. Sorry about that.
It's all your fault. Yeah, Chungkui.
Why don't you tell our audience what that means?
Oh, iya Chungkui-ma, right? Iya Chungkui-ma means like, will you fuck me tonight? And she taught me that.
Yeah. So he pretty much, whenever he meets anybody who's from China, he pretty much says that to every
Ni hao,
Chinese person.
Xie wa ai ni, iya Chungkui-ma, Chungkui.
I mean, the great thing about Sam, you'll come to learn, if it doesn't matter what part of the world you're from, he will take the time to learn your language and say something in your language. This is true. I remember one time I had the chance, or almost had the chance, to meet PewDiePie, right, when I was back when I was working at Robot Restaurant. Mm-hmm. And I was asking Sam a lot of questions about this, like, how would you approach him, right, if you just randomly met up with him? Like, let's say we wanted to network or something, right? I remember this, yep. And, like, you actually knew some Swedish that you wanted to say to him, right? What was that?
Chahalaget.
What does that mean?
It means, like, what's up, or, like, genki desu ka?
Okay.
But I always say chahav. Oh, wait, this is Twitch. I can't make any edgy. Yeah. Anyway, I say chahalaget, which is, like, hello. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Hey.
I think our audience could piece together
But
what
I
you're
said
about to
the
say.
other thing by accident. And it was, not by accident, totally on purpose. But, yeah, you never met Jack? He's one of my longest friends here.
Wait, who's Jack?
He's a blonde Swedish guy, Jack.
Oh, okay, and he taught you that.
Yeah, he taught me.
I see.
And he was like my friend since I was like 18. Fuck. He's all married now. He's got a kid.
Okay, it's not like you went out of your way to like learn random pieces of language to like impress people from other countries.
I like languages. I want to know how to say certain things. That's all. It's like I like being able to at least. I don't know. I like making friends, and the best way to do that is like learn a couple words and then learn how to say some really fucked up shit in that language. So
right.
like.
Yes, fish-shaped waffle. Yes, I did work at Robot Restaurant. I made a video essay about it. But it hasn't been put up on YouTube. I should finish that one. I have a lot to say about it, but that's a story for another day. Yeah.
That'd be a great fucking like video series, man.
Yeah. One kind of fun fact about Robot Restaurant that'll make you never want to go there again. They use hand sanitizer to wash everything there. So yeah. So remember that next time you use one of their bathrooms.
Why don't they just use regular cleaning supplies?
Man, oh, wrong one.
They you know, I worked for that Mario Kart company for.
Mary Kart, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they fired me after one day.
Well, because they saw your sushi video at that time, right?
No, so no one knew about me in the company yet, but
Right.
my line was my profile or it was my face, and my ID online was Tkyosam.
Yeah.
So they had a line group that you had to join. And so I went in there, and immediately one of these fucking douchebag, I think it was like half Japanese guys, he saw my name, he saw my face, and they didn't actually care about the sushi roll video. I didn't care. I thought they got angry because I got fired, and I never knew what they were. Just like, sorry, we just can't have blah blah. They said it was about the sushi roll video, and then a couple months later, I'm at this party with Mark, and I think it was like the Ginza 300 yen coin bar, and one of the people there knew me from something else, and like a party or something I met before. Like she's like, Sam, long time no see, and she was with another friend, and both of these chicks were like Japanese bilingual chicks or whatever, and so one of the chicks is like, hey, Sam, you worked at Mario Kart for like a day, and I was like, yeah, like how did you know? I never met you, and she's like, oh, I work there too, and I was like, really? She's like, yeah, I work with like the CEO and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, cool. What's up? And I was like, she's like, you know why you got fired, right? And I was like, because of the sushi roll video, right? And she's like, no, it's because I don't know. I don't think, like, this is totally what I just heard at a party. So I have no idea to confirm this or whatever, but she's like, the owners of Mario Kart are Japanese American, and they made all this money in Japan, and they never paid American taxes. So they've had, so basically, their American citizenship is revoked or something until they pay the taxes, and so basically they can never go back to the U.S. Those people, the owners, are stuck in Japan now.
Wow.
They can never go back, and they thought I was an undercover reporter.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, they thought I was an undercover reporter looking to bust them. Yeah, that's what they said to the girl. So, and I was like, really? Like, I felt so flattered. I was like, you think I could do that? Like, that's.
I don't know if I believe that.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, that's what she told me. She was like, holy fuck. So, I don't know.
This was at a party. She divulged this information to you?
Yeah, she's like, fuck that company. I'm not working there anymore. Suck my tits or something. She said. I don't know. Kind of a fat Japanese girl, but she's nice. She's nice. I think she knew Mark. But anyway.
Okay. Did she have nice tits?
I think you would have liked them.
Okay.
And she had big boobs. I know you.
Well, you kept saying suck, and one thing leads to another.
Round, the areola.
Yeah.
It's very important. Okay. Circumference.
All right.
This round.
All right. Okay.
Sometimes milk comes.
Sometimes. Where's your hammer? Yeah, Kiki's about ready to hurt me.
Kiki, would you do a 3-way with Radrey and another girl? Like, would you share him with another girl at the same time having sex?
I can answer that question.
Yes?
Yeah, no, she wouldn't do it.
What? Come on, Kiki.
No, she doesn't want to do it because she doesn't want to see me boning some other chick in front of her. That's all.
But you could be boning her too. Kiki, don't be racist.
I don't know. Like, what's weird is, like, sometimes we're interested in watching lesbian porn and things like that, but at the same time, it does kind of gross Kiki out sometimes. It does gross you out, right? Yeah? I don't know.
Kiki, do you...
I mean, like, you don't like watching two dudes kiss, do you?
I don't know.
Oh,
Sometimes
man.
it's kind of hot.
Was there any has there been any fan fiction you've ever watched? You're like, man, I loved it when those two dudes kissed.
That was pretty hot.
That was hot.
That's
I
what
loved
you gotta
it.
Do. It's different from chicks though. Like chicks,
I gotta pull up my dick.
Chicks
right
are
now.
more like
That
in
sort of
touch
thing.
with their feminine side or whatever. They like like girls hold hands and stuff and like hug each other and shave each other's legs and I don't know, just like they're a lot more into skinship and stuff. I feel like it would be a lot easier to be a lesbian than maybe or like convincing a chick to be into more lesbian type shit than like a. Anyway, this is like too racy for Twitch. Twitch hates anything involving race or like talks on. I remember I made a whole video or I made a clip with Jim where I was talking about how I hate people who just use like slurs a certain way, and I said the F, the homosexual F word, and I was saying how I don't like people who use that all the time.
Okay.
Whatever, and Twitch banned me for that, for saying that I hate people who say derogatory things, and then they're like,
how long did they ban you for? Because I remember this ban.
It was like 2 months, and on top of that, they wouldn't. I was suspended indefinitely. I had to write them a very sappy, very like horrible, like just super sounding apology, like please, baby, I'm sorry, just take me back. And one of the guys let me back there, so yeah. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat is saying you spoke the Swedish wrong.
I don't know if I said it right, but it's something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's very similar.
I see.
Maybe the accent was wrong.
All right.
But anyway, well, let's get to your next thing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, basically, yeah. Where was I? Okay. Now I remember. All right. So you came back from yes.
Sorry, can I have my Coke Zero in there? Yeah.
Coke Zero.
Coke
500.
Got to tone it down. You go from like Dr Pepper to Coca-Cola, then you got to work down to Coke Zero, and then finally you get to like coffee. Or
a large pizza.
Kiki, you're the best.
And then a Diet Coke.
Shay ma, shay. Bukarchi, sure. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
Nice.
You having like Tourette's there? What's going on?
God, I'd love to see a Chinese person. I'd love to see a Chinese person with Tourette's.
All right.
I wouldn't know I wouldn't know that it was Tourette's. I just think like, what's going on there? We have these Turkish guys at the guest house. They're always shouting. Like, why? I've never seen Turkish people outside Japan, but like these guys at the guest house, they're always shouting at each other, and it sounds like they're angry, and it's just like, hey, they're like, hey.
I know most of the viewers watching this right now are Sam's viewers, but for somebody who just stumbled across this podcast, Sam is currently living in a capsule hotel.
It's like a guest house.
That's wrong one. Clicked on the wrong button.
Click on all those buttons.
Yeah, no, I did. So you're living in a guest house right now, and you're what is it? What are you doing? You've been there for a while now, right?
I've been there. I moved out of my big house in Ikebukuro around, I don't know, 2018?
Logicast, that was the intro. I accidentally pushed on the intro to this lovely show. Anyway, so, okay, so basically, yeah, you came back and you stayed in the capsule, what did you call that place again? Capsule what? Capsule...
I don't know. I just say it's like
capsule room, capsule guest house,
box guest house.
Okay.
I don't know. We live in big capsules. It's like a big capsule hotel guest house.
How long have you been there?
Fuck, dude, since I moved out of my house. So like, maybe June or July 2018.
Because I was reading your Twitch page because you told me to like copy yours, which I kind of failed at. But and you were saying something like a frequently asked questions page. Like you had that one down there, and it says, "Why are your streams so quiet?"
Oh yeah, because back then when I first moved in there, I was really afraid of people like finding out I lived there.
Okay.
And so I didn't want people to know I was a YouTuber. I was very quiet, touched myself a lot, cried, all that stuff, and anyway, I didn't want anyone to know I was a YouTuber, but I still wanted to Twitch stream. I still wanted to play video games and stream at the same time. So I was just being very quiet, and that didn't really work out. I didn't do a lot of those streams, so. Nakano Shimbashi Guest House. Go check it out, guys. It's less than $400 a month, and no utilities. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Well, I guess the next thing I wanted to ask is, so you've is there ever going to be another Mrs. Tkyosam in your life?
Because I'm currently single at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, like,
This
people
is
have asked
something
this.
you've always kind of asked like to be a mystery on your show. I don't know, you ever really talk about do you ever talk about the ladies, the women of Tkyosam on your YouTube show?
You know, I was always afraid of that because, like, the thing is that, you know, I've been called out on this before, especially on that stupid forum, because it's like he puts pictures of women that like he just talked to, he didn't fuck them, and I'm like, I don't know. I've always felt like if I put the women's pictures that I fucked on there, that like they know my phone number, you know, they know where I live. Like, it just takes one wrong move to fucking post that shit, piss one chick off. And I've been lucky enough not to have any crazy women in my life, or not crazy enough to do that shit. But I don't know. I always was like cautious. I did that with only like a handful of women on my videos, and I don't know. Because it's just like, what do you say when you break up? You know, how do you put that to the viewers? Like, hey guys, we broke up. It's always better just to keep that offline. I think, you know, it's like.
Well, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Well, no, I mean, like, you and Kiki have been together for like 8 years or something. You know, right? You guys have been together
7.
See, you guys have been. Come on, like, you guys are gonna break up now. The only thing that would break you guys up is if one of you dies. And that's pretty much it. I think you guys have like. There's no reason why either one of you would literally like be like, okay, I've had enough. I don't see it. I logically can't see it. But you know, with me, it's like, you know, when I work, like, relationships are like work. You know, you got to it's all about time. You got to think about like what you want, what you're projecting, where you want to be, and you know, I was fucking. Somebody asked me this on the last stream I did last Monday, and it's like, when was the last time you had sex? And I'm like, December. You know, nothing to brag about. And it's like, yeah, it's been over 3 months since I had sex, but it's like, I don't know. It's just at the point in my life now where it's like I haven't had a lot of long-term girlfriends. I've had a lot of short-term relationships, and I don't know. I'm just an asshole. Like, if you're boring, I just don't want to fucking hang out with you. You know, and people don't understand this. Is that like sex is not hard to get in Japan. I honestly don't think it's that hard. But it's like finding somebody that's like, what is it? It's like Charlie Sheen said. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't pay for women to have sex with me. I pay for them to leave. It's like there's been so many times where it's like just having sex, and then afterwards I'm like, I don't like this person. I don't want to be around him anymore.
Okay.
I want to get out. And I just don't like that feeling anymore. And I had that. Like, I was dating these 2 college chicks from the time I was at Mark's, I guess like August or whatever, till December. And, you know, they were in college. They lived with their fucking parents. And it's just like, you know, I was paying for love hotels because they didn't have that much money. And it's just like, we couldn't talk. There was no conversation to have. They were both 22.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I didn't tell them about each other. But I told them from the beginning, I'm like, this is not a boyfriend-girlfriend thing. You should know that. Like, you know, and I don't know. It's just they weren't interesting. They didn't have personalities. They were just kind of like quiet and stuff. And I hate that. So it's like, I don't know. If I'm going to do the whole sex thing, I want it to be with somebody.
We came here to watch Sam do the sex thing.
Come on, everyone. $5 donation and I expose the nipples. Come on. You want to have them in your face, don't you? Just fucking.
Come for the ASMR.
Yeah.
Stay for Tkyosam.
I came for the boobs. I stayed for the boobs. I don't know.
I left for the boobs.
But I left for the boobs. I went to college for the boobs.
I love this metaphor.
I went hiking for the boobs. What is it? I'm just saying, like, you know, you and Kiki, you guys are special. You guys fell into your thing. Like, you guys were both on Tinder, and then you just fucking were like, hey, I like this. Let's stick together, you know? For me, I've never been with a chick for too long that either, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, at the moment, if I want a relationship, you have to try hard to get that again. And I feel like I have so much shit that I need to get together in my life right now that it's just bringing another person into that mix. Because if they come in, it's deep, you know? Right. It's not going to be another light bullshit relationship again.
Right.
So, like, you met Haruka, right?
Yeah, that was your first girlfriend, right?
No, not the first No, that was the first girlfriend in Tokyo. Or no, Chiba in the countryside. I met Haruka, that, like, was my girlfriend at the house, like, at my Ikebukuro house. Hung out with Mark a bunch of times.
No, didn't meet her.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with you and Harukas, man?
Dude, there's like fucking Harukas, Maikos. I've dated every Chi girl except for Chifuyu, Chinatsu, Chiaki, Chiharu. There's a lot of fucking. But there's just a lot of people with the same fucking name. But anyway, yeah, that Haruka girl, like, she loved me, man. But I don't know. I was just an asshole, you know? I was just a dick. Like, I don't know. I never told anyone once that I was her boyfriend. We would go out and she's like, he's my boyfriend. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're a boyfriend? I'm like, hey, you know, she says a thing, you know. It's got,
yeah, here's my card. Tkyosam, the boyfriend. Right?
Don't sit on my face.
Right. This is kind of a work in progress.
No, I just feel like I got to get my shit together before. What is it? It's like that whole metaphor where it's like you can't help people before you help yourself, you know?
All right. This seems like the chat wants us to start drama for no reason.
Radrey, you clearly didn't do any research for this interview.
Yeah. No, I did all the research. No, Sam is my friend.
No. Yeah. This one guy, Yasa, I love him. He has this hilarious inside joke that Gimmeabreakman's kids look strangely like me.
Okay.
That's his joke. He's like...
How is that his joke? I don't get it.
Because, no, he keeps saying it on all my, like, videos and stuff or on the live streams. He'll be like, don't you think it's funny that his kids kind of look like you? What's going on there, huh? Something that you don't want to get exposed. I don't know. I love that he just, like, knocks Victor down a peg each time I'm on there.
Oh. What does he have against Victor?
Oh, no, it's just a lot of people don't like Gimmeabreakman. I guess I'm on that side of the fence, so people just kind of like me for that. I don't know.
Huh. I interviewed him, but he wanted that interview removed. Or removed. I can't speak. Because, well, it's still up. I mean, you have to go to my playlist. Or if you can go to my podcast on iTunes and you can still find it. But, because he talked about how much money he made on Patreon. And then he also talked about, what else did he say? I forgot else what he said, but like he goes, I don't like people saying. The only thing I learned from Gimmeabreakman's podcast with Radrey is about how much he made on Patreon. I'm like, I learned so much more than that, more than just that. It's like, why are you so ashamed of this? I thought it was a great episode. I loved every second of it, but I don't know. I should have him on the show again. People
like him are very, very not sensitive and totally okay with everything.
Oh no, I still like Victor. I know you can't stand him.
Well, no, I used to like him. I used to respect him. Now I don't. It's just that simple, you know? That's the thing that a lot of people, like, I got really angry about the whole, like, Andy-san thing that happened recently just because somebody said...
Andy-san? Fan of this show.
The Andy-san, yeah. Bradley, pay me for my time.
Oh, God. Get me in trouble.
No, whatever. I heard you guys talking about it, so that's my fault for eavesdropping. But, I don't know. I just feel like... in case you guys don't know, for all 2 people watching this fucking thing, I had
16.
16 people. Whatever.
Not to make you self-conscious.
Potato.
Same thing.
That's the thing, though. You always... See, this is the difference between Blunk Unk and Tkyosam. Where are all the viewers? Come on, man. YouTube's bullshit. Fuck all this stuff. Hey, why is there no viewers in the thing? Come on. Where are the viewers?
You sound like you're channeling your inner Tommy Wiseau there.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah.
I don't know. I had a falling out with my long-term editor, and you know, it was just simple. It's just like sometimes people can say things that like, what is it? There was nothing malice or like mean or like he didn't do anything to me to piss me off. It's just like I'm sick and tired of kind of being around these certain kinds of people, and he was one of them. And so, you know, instead of just being an asshole and ghosting him, I just told him the truth about how I felt. Now we're not friends anymore. It's that simple. But, you know, I feel like, you know, it's the same thing. It's like you have people in your life, and then they cross a line, and then you're done with it. Like, you think it's either like you're done helping people that don't want to be helped, or people have lost your respect in some way. And like with Victor or something, it's just like simple. Like I respected him, I liked him, and then, you know, he crossed the line, and that's it. You know, it's simple. I think it's healthy to have boundaries with people, but people love drama and they love seeing only the stuff that we put on YouTube.
How did he cross the line? Could you talk about that or no?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of examples, but the one I like to bring up is that, you know, Jake Adelstein.
Yeah, the reporter, Twitter guy.
I feel like I've already talked about this thing so much. The whole point is that Jake Adelstein was kind of a dick during the YouTube Hanami when I ran that shit.
Right.
Like, I went up to Jake and I read his book.
This. Yeah. And you're with Yummy in Japan, and he kind of just gave you the cold shoulder.
Yeah, he told me to, like, fuck off pretty much. And then I was like, dude, you don't even know me. And then, you know, it turns out that his assistant that he may or may not have been fucking, his assistant's friend told me that he fucks his assistants. And she didn't like me. and so she talked shit about me, I guess, at some point. But he still showed up at the Hanami because he wanted to network with people or whatever, and
he wanted to be a part of the Tkyosam brand.
Wanted to be, yeah, obviously, it's a good brand to be a part of. If I do say so myself, and I don't know. Anyway, whole point is
you get a whole legion of fans following you, right?
So many, regardless. Anyway, I told that story to Victor, and Victor's like, I'm actually really good friends of his current assistant. Let me go and talk to her. I'm like, what the fuck? And he didn't tell me he was talking to her. And I don't know why. It's like Victor has this ability to get you comfortable with him so you can tell him your most intimate shit, and then he'll just take it, and then he'll say it to everybody or the people that you don't want him to say it to, and then he'll be like, what? That was supposed to be a secret? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And this is why, like, Michaela, this is why Rachel and Jim, this is why all these big YouTubers hate him now, because he does that shit, and then he never takes responsibility for it.
Okay.
Like when, during the Hanami, PDR and Mime got married, and they wanted to announce it. And, like, somebody told him, and then during the cheers, he's like, hey, congratulations to PDR and Mime for getting married. And they're like, asshole, we were going to announce it later. Like, why the fuck did you say that? And he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know.
This is what you mean by crossing the line.
Yeah, so it's just like, if you're an older guy, I expect you to have some crass or some fucking whatever about this shit.
All right.
And anyway, when I tell you that this thing I heard, and then you go and tell that person directly, I know I shouldn't have been talking shit to begin with, but I can't remember the exact thing that happened, but we were talking about Jake Adelstein or something. I'm like, I fucking hate that guy. And then they're like, why? And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. He's like, oh, no, come on, tell us. And then it's like, I tell him, and he's like, I'll go tell Jake Adelstein's secretary right after this thing. And then she just spams my Twitter saying she's going to sue me for slander. I'm a piece of shit. She tries getting all these people that fucking hate me together to fucking... And I'm just like, why did you do that? Like, why? And this isn't the first time he's done that. And it's just like, I've tried to be the bigger man and forgive people that have acted like this in the past. Man. Yeah, people always say, come on, man. Just squash the beef. You know, drama, whatever. Life's too short. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, when was the last time that you had to do any of that? If I worked with somebody, like, you know Jeff.
Jeff? You mean the Jeff we used to work with?
Yeah.
Jeff? Okay.
You know, I hated that guy. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I fucking hated him.
Yeah.
But we worked together, so I made it work. And you know what? I found out, like, you know, and like, Jeff's suggestions were always so stupid and totally cluttered and bullshit.
Remember, guys, Sam makes it work.
But point is, we had this coworker. I didn't like him. He caused a lot more work, and he was an asshole. But then they forced me to be with him every Friday for like 6 months, and I found out we had a lot in common. But I went out of that way to extend...
We both like boobs.
We both liked having sex with, guess this, get this, women. Not just women, hot women.
With a penis.
Thank you, everyone.
No, I'm joking. All right.
But anyway,
that's not meant to be transphobic, by the way.
The whole point is like, you know, I made it work, you know. We became friends, and actually I gave him the introduction to the good job that he has right now, that actually he quit our job that we worked at just because I gave him the introduction to his new company. So, like, you know, but I was willing to make that work because we were stuck in the same situation. But like people like Victor or whoever, like they don't live in the same city. You know, I never have to see these people again. So if I want to just fucking tell them like to fuck off, I can just do that.
Yeah.
Never have to deal with them ever again.
Okay. So what can we expect to see? What's the next step in the evolution of Tkyosam?
What do you think? I'm curious. What do you think? Oh, no, here's a question for you before I get to that. What do you think about my channel's evolution? What do you think about all the stuff
you've kind of just evolved with the times, really. Because I mean, you're doing Twitch, and you know, you're doing YouTube, and I mean, you're kind of doing long form content. I mean, I'm kind of doing that as well.
Yeah.
But it's always kind of like the lowest hanging fruit, because we're not like, what is it, like Broad Japan or any of these other like quote unquote vloggers anymore.
Filmmakers, yeah.
We're not really like those guys anymore, because we mostly just do the long form content because it's easy, and it's kind of like, it feels less like work, you know? So I kind of feel like we're just going to evolve with the times, or at least that's just my opinion. But I mean, unless you have like something else that like you're thinking about, or plans you're thinking about doing, divulge them here.
Well,
or plans you've had for a long time, but like you just never wanted to implement, or you wanted to implement, but something got in the way, or you got perfection paralysis, or one or the other.
Well, I mean, I originally started the YouTube videos because I wanted to meet other YouTubers. I mean, eventually, I did it originally because I just wanted to see what it was like, but I did it ultimately to meet Tokyo Kuni, and then I was like, hey, I like this. This is fun. I wanted to start making more. And then, YouTube is a great way to network with people. You know, as soon as you put yourself out there, people respect you a lot more, and they're going to come out and meet you just because it takes a lot of balls to put yourself out there. And, at first I did, what is that? Like, I've done all these different kinds of videos. I did, like, a live stream for, like, a year and a half where I would, like, do 1 hour live stream about, like, facts in Japan.
Yeah.
And, but I did that, like, every Saturday for, like, a year and a half or something. It was fun, but, I've done Let's Plays in Japanese and English for Japanese games. That channel never really took off. I've done, like, karaoke. I have my own karaoke channel. I've done vlogs. I've done everything. But I think the turning point was I met Serpent ZA. Do you know Serpent ZA?
Name sounds familiar.
Serpent ZA.
Oh, that's the Chinese guy, right?
Yeah.
Or the guy who's in China and he makes videos in China.
He's the Chinaman from China. He has the dynamite. He goes into the cave for the boom boom. The point is that I remember he when I met up with him, we've been watching each other for a long time. Like, I've been watching him since, like, his first beginning. And I don't know if he knew me, but, like, I definitely knew him. And he was telling me, he's like, you've got the personality, but you got to remember, Sam, like, YouTube is about you. It's not about all these flashy effects you put on the thing. It's about you. At the end of the day, people watch it because of you. You are the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of your YouTube dish. All this editing, all these fancy transitions, sound effects, that's the spice. And he's like, remember, people come here because of you. So, and then also, it's funny I mentioned this, when I was about to move out of my house, because when I lived in my house, I was really depressed. I broke up with a girlfriend of a long time. I bitched about it a lot. But, I remember during my emo phase, I watched Stranger Things, and I love 80s stuff. Everyone who knows me, they know that I fucking love 80s shit. And I love AIDS. Live AIDS. Live Aid. Stop interrupting me.
Sorry.
You do this a lot on your live streams. Somebody tries to tell a story and then you make a stupid, witty comment like that. Like, hey, ruins the flow of the stories, Rad. You do that. You do that a lot.
Wait, you being serious?
A little bit. Yeah, that's one criticism I have for you. It's like somebody will tell you something and then you're like, yeah, so was she dead? I'm not at that part of the story yet. What are you talking about? Did it feel good? Like, what the fuck? The whole point is, though, that, I don't know.
You need some comic relief. That's what Shakespeare said.
Anyway.
Well, the timing, not every fucking 3 sentences.
All right. I'll shut up.
Damn.
Go on.
The whole
Continue.
point is that these kids, half of them had really a lot of acting experience. Half of them didn't.
Yeah.
And, like, all these, like, the way the whole series came together was so kind of, like, sporadic and everything. Like, that's one of the best things. If you watch Netflix, I think it's, like, The Movies That We Watched or something is the name of the series, where they talk about the fucking hurdles of just production bullshit that people had to go through to make, like, Jurassic Park and all these big blockbusters. Like, anyway, I was just saying, like, so it turns out Stranger Things was more of an accident than something on purpose. But it turned into this big thing that launched the careers of these kids. And, it set, like, there's tons of series on Netflix. But everyone knows Stranger Things on Netflix. And just these kids randomly had this shot that led them to this thing. And now that we're getting further and further into the future, it's more possible for these good fucking awesome project, compilation, whatever the fuck, collabs to come together. And I'm like, if these kids can get, like, what is it? Like, Millie Bobby Brown has, like, 20 million followers or something on Instagram. Like, she's not even 20, That's like Justin Bieber levels. And he has, like, platinum records and shit. And he's gone on tours. She was in, like, a TV show for, like, 2 or 3 seasons. Same amount of fucking viewers. So it's just, like, anyway, the whole point is that if these kids can get this random opportunity, and they were just trying. They were just putting in the work and waiting for that big break. And even though the big break doesn't come for everybody, you're not going to get it unless you put in the work. And then I was like, oh, shit, I've been half-assing this YouTube stuff this whole time. Why don't I try this stuff? And even if it doesn't work and I fail, at least I'll learn from those failures about what doesn't work, and I can move towards what does work. So, it's like I tried the Let's Plays. No one gives a shit about Let's Plays if you're playing old retro Japanese games. I learned that. Karaoke shit, no one cares. Well, Japanese people liked it, but copyright issues and shit. And then it's like, my rants, there's something easy. I did them at first to pay homage to the guys in China. And, it's been an evolution up until now. And, like, I always tried to make at least somewhat educational stuff. Like my Working in Japan series, my Working in Japan series, my Tkyosam interviews, my Tkyosam collabs, like all this stuff. I always try to have my viewers learn something from the people I'm interviewing. And so, like half of my thing is just about a journal of my life and experimenting with videos. And the other part I would think is like education, despite what people might think. But, anyway, yeah, we love the stupid comments, Dad. Well, okay, fine. Let him say that. So,
yeah, I don't know if people got irritated by that or not. So, I'm happy to get some feedback. All right, so wait a minute. What's his name? The Chinese vlogger guy? What's his name? Serpent ZA. Is that an Australian thing? Sounds very.
He's South African.
Oh, okay.
His dad was a snake wrangler, and I don't know what the ZA stands for.
Okay. How did you stumble across him? I mean, how did you just randomly message him and then he just said, "I like the way you talk"?
Well, no, he had a YouTube channel called like PSP Traveler or something, and it was horrible. It was just like really widescreen videos. It was horrible quality, but he kept it up, and over the years he just got better and better at videos.
So wait a minute. What I don't understand is what is it that he exactly said
Well,
that you just?
Oh, okay. Well, I met up with him when he came to Tokyo with his wife.
Yeah.
And we were sitting down and doing a video, and he was explaining to me that, up until then I've been experimenting with a lot of different editing styles. And he's like, dude, you got to stop doing all this editing shit. People watch you for you. People watch YouTube consistently because they like you. They feel like you're their friend. They feel like they can look up to you. So it's like you need to, if anything, you are your own PR guy. So you control how you look. You control everything that goes on YouTube, you control for the most part from you. So he's like, there's people think YouTube is very difficult and very hard. In some parts it is, but for the most part, it's like, just make a video of you doing something. That's why I gave Andy so much crap. He would be like, literally one take, just recording, and that would be it. And I'd be like, Andy, take at least 10 different takes, or at least pause in between these big things so you can just do a jump cut or something. Just literally take 2 more steps when you're making a video, and it will improve it so much. Didn't listen to any of that shit. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna take a 5-minute clip and say I'm depressed and be on a fucking break, and then not do anything. He's like, I'm taking a break. Uploads 5 more videos in every 5 days in a row. It
sounded like you were channeling your inner Filthy Frank there for a second.
So, hey guys, I'm gonna go take a break.
I'm gonna take a break.
Filthy Frank meets Mark Cavalos.
Hey guys, welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker. But anyway, I don't know. I felt that. Anyway, the whole point is though, like now it's like my videos they're getting better. Like the whole point is I want to get better at the quality of my storytelling and just the way I produce my channel. And I feel like right now, if you guys check out my YouTube channel, it's very straightforward. Like I have all these very sexy, like the profile is basically set up so it's like you see my main video, my preview video, my top videos, and then you see my vlogs, my rants, the podcast, my movie reviews, and then like a bunch of other stuff. It's very straightforward. So, and I changed the color on a lot of my thumbnails, so it's like labeled now by category. So I don't know, I'm just making it so people are so lazy, they got the basketball quote, people have the attention span of hummingbirds or something, it's just they need that hook immediately, and I'm trying to get better at making that hook. I don't want that really pissed me off when Victor's like, oh wow, you finally got a viral video, Sam. I'm like, fuck you, all you do is just do fucking stupid barber videos, you unoriginal fuck, What do? Half of your videos are just drama, where you're just talking about shit and giving your own stupid ass opinion, and then you're just doing fucking barbershop videos. Are you really gonna fucking lecture me or like give me a fucking zinger on how my videos are not that fucking good?
You had your viral moment, Sam.
You had your viral moment, Sam. I would have called called him, but let's just call Radley instead, you know? I don't know. Fuck that guy.
He did call you, though.
No, he called you.
He called me. Oh, because he's going to get a hold of you at that time.
I blocked him.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, fuck
okay.
that
Oh,
guy.
that's right. Okay. He's like, yeah, I just like, he called me at like some god-awful time in the morning, like 7 a.m. or something, to tell me, like, yeah, Sam has a viral video, and he's on Mezmashi Toke, alarm clock television, basically, in Japanese. Yeah, what's up?
Somebody says, Unrested talked about this stuff about how him and a lot of others tried to reason with Sam in person, but Sam wouldn't listen. Scott's never tried to reason with me in person. The last time I talked to Scott, I kicked him out of a line group because I criticized him for, I said, you make good videos. Why do you make such 30-minute just talking rambly videos with clickbait titles? You're obviously doing sub bots. Like, stop it, dude. Like, and he was like, well, you're fat and like, whatever.
Wait,
you're bullshit.
He was using sub bots?
I think so. I have no way to confirm it, but
Okay.
you don't get 500 subs a day and not the views,
Right.
Like, that just doesn't add up, right?
Maybe that's what I should do. Get some sub bots.
There you go. But he's like, people tried to reason with Sam in person. He was just spreading lies. Dude, as soon as I kicked Scott out of the thing, he fucking SMS'd me. Yeah, out of my line group for YouTubers.
Right, I remember this.
He was spamming me and SMSing me saying I'm a fat piece of shit and that like I'm a loser. And like, when I kicked him out, I was very civil about it. I was like, Scott, these people, I invited them here and like, I was trying to be critical of you, and you're just taking this way too emotionally. I'm sorry. You're still my friend. I had to do this. And he's like, fuck you, you fat fuck, you fucking piece of shit. Like, and he left me voicemails, too. He was so pissed off, and I finally blocked him, and he couldn't get in touch with me. And then 3 days later, a magical blog comes up talking shit about me and all these other people. And like, oh, wow, that randomly showed up. And I'm like, fuck you,
Oh, it was
Scott.
magical.
Yeah,
it was quite magical.
It was it was so obviously him. And so, like,
what was it? It was called J-Vlog Gate or something?
Yeah, he tried to, like, it was the Green Ranger as the profile picture, and it was just spouting all these lies and shit, and, at the end of the day...
Yeah, I remember all the randos just coming up to me like, did you hear about J-Vlog Gate? I'm like, how the hell did you hear about that?
I can't... The thing that makes me the angriest thing is that if you're older than me, you should be better than me.
Okay.
And if you're older than me, you should have more control of your shit and, like, be able to reason with me. And it made me lose so much respect for Scott when he just, like... if I'm critical of your work, that's fine, but it's so lowbrow to attack me. Attack my, oh, you're fat or whatever, big loser. Sam, I have 30,000 subs. You got 10,000 subs. And I'm like, you get the same views as me, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? And so, I don't know. When people say they've tried to talk to me in person, I'd like to know specifically who those people are and what's their side of the story. Because I could counter any fucking argument or any topic somebody brought to me about that.
All right, well, I think that's a good note to end on. Anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, what is it?
There's just more stuff in the chat about trying to stir and talk about drama, and I don't know. This feels like masturbation at this point. I feel like it's time to end. No offense, Mr. Yasa69, but I think we've kind of already talked about this.
I feel like we already talked. We talked too much about drama versus stuff that wants to happen. Ask me what I want to do in 2020.
What do you want to do in 2020?
Chicks, nugs, and grindage.
Okay.
No. I meant like I want to do more rants. I want to finish my podcast, and I have a actually big plan for season 2. I'm thinking I'd tell you after this.
All right.
Season 1 is 47 prefectures. Then season 2 is going to be bigger, or at least similar.
47 prefectures in China.
China. No, it's still going to be Japan related, but just different locations. But what is it? The whole point is though is that what is it? I want to do better vlogs, more everyday life, do Japan life vlogs. You guys are going to see the next one's coming out tomorrow at 6 a.m. It's a 30-minute video, but it's a slow burn. I think you guys will like it. And, yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I just want to, like this year, I just want to get better at making videos and just pump out more videos.
Okay.
Anyway, the cool thing is, guys, that if you like this, Radley actually kind of lives near one of my work. So you can come back again if you guys want to see us again. Fuck, I mean, this could be one of those things where it's just like, a live stream show where we just talk. You don't even need to upload it to YouTube or keep it on the Twitch or whatever.
That's true. I could just do that.
Because I need to come back here and help Radley set up more technical shit eventually. So we can just do another fun thing like this eventually, you know?
All right. So until then, I'm Radrey and
I'm Tkyosam. Or no, I am Riley Reed. Please follow me.